Hey, what's up, guys? This is King Crypto. Right now, I just made a trade for the British pound versus Japanese yen. Right now, it looks like, I'm kind of at a deficit, but I'm definitely, I believe my metrics are right, so I'm just going to give it some time. We got the Lorentzian classification here. That's a very great indication. It's a machine learning indicator. So we also see that the MACD is about to cross at the 5 minute. And it's definitely kind of a risky trade. There's no doubt about it. But the way I see it is, if this trend line continues, I could see it bouncing a little bit here. So could be a potential for a few thousand. So I'm just waiting on that right now. We'll see what happens. I'm just updating from the trade I made yesterday. The position I bought at was right here. And we could see, if we want to have a more in-depth conversation on why I did that, we could see here that there's been multiple retests in a positive direction. So we're on an uptrend here all the way from, let's see, weeks ago over here. So we could see that there was a pretty steep crash here. So the resistance level here was too much for the market. This support line has been pretty consistent. So I bought here. Not exactly the greatest position. It is a little bit of a gamble. There's definitely a lot to lose if it were to go unfavorably for me, but I did have a stop loss in the event that it were to downtrend. So things worked out for me. I used a few indicators. Normalized MACD for one. We could see that it was very undersold, or we could say that there wasn't much action here. So whenever we see a line crossing like that, we can usually use that as an indication that things will uptrend eventually. So, we could see that every time. Usually, it takes until we see a cross, and we can see in this instance, it could have faked this out, but pretty good information. Again, pretty consistent. So I could see here this was very low, and that's about it. And then I used the Lorentzian classification, which is those sell signals and buy signals here based on machine learning. So you could say AI based on 65 trades or 63 trades ago. We could see that so pretty much every 63 trades before the signal has been implemented, it gives us the idea based on past evidence, past metrics. I feel like I'm not saying this in super sophisticated trading terms, but doesn't matter because my instinct was correct here. So with that said, we are going to pretty much sell now. I have a stop loss for 195. We might as well bring that up here. Stop loss will make it 195. Where's got out? I got out of our position. So essentially 300,000. quite a leap and bound from where we started. I had one failed trade yesterday, lost 36K, but in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter as long as we profit. So these two have been perfect. And all right, so our balance now is 5,265,000. Pretty good for one day of trading. And we probably could have rode this up even more, but just as a demonstration, and to sell when it's time to sell, it's too good to wait at this point. So pretty much being logical, staying calm. These are all factors in me I didn't look at the market after I made my purchase, so I was asleep during this time, thank God, or I probably would have sold and I would have been on a deficit. So that's all there is to it. The Lorentzian classification really comes into play here. At the 1 hour, it doesn't look correct, or it doesn't look like it makes sense to buy in a position where it's telling you to sell. However, I also used the trend lines here, and I also saw that there was a crossover here that was a pretty deep crossover. We can go to the 1 day. Let's see how that's going. And we can see on the 1 day, it told us to purchase since literally weeks ago. So right here, that's a great indication. And since it told us to purchase, that's where I started the trend line. So we're in a good spot here. I think there's a lot more room for this to make some more trades. But right now, I'm just going to stick with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's kind of part of my series where I just kind of want to make trades and show you guys how it's done. Thank you. Have a great day, guys.